All right, hi guys. This is James. Welcome to the ASG flight simulator. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about how to turn it on, set it up, and get flying. After you launch the program, go to World Map. Make sure you have the Citation CJ4, and we've got lots of airplanes to choose from, but the CJ4 is the business jet that works. So we're going to select our departure. And you can type in what you want, and then make sure you put, we're always going to start with engines running. We don't care about CJ4 systems, we just want to fly instruments. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put us on runway 1. And then always select your arrival, so it knows we're going to go to JFK. Don't care so much about this runway. We could do 3-1 left, fine. All right, now. We can just set our weather at the departure. We can only set our weather at departure. So if you want to fly approaches to minimums, you'll have to fly at the airport you just left from. But over here, you want to make sure your multiplayer is off. Air traffic can be anything. You'll see other airplanes in the flight simulator. You can't hit them, you just fly right through them, so it doesn't matter. Weather and time. We'll go to custom. I'm going to show you how to set up custom weather here. Let's just say I want to put 500 overcast with the top of the layer at about 2,000 feet. So I'm going to click one of these clouds, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make it overcast by making it coverage 100%. And then I'll put in the top altitude of 3,000 and the bottom altitude of let's just say 100 feet, and that should do it. Also, we want to set the time of day, so we'll put it right in the middle of the day right here about noon, and we can add winds and stuff, but we don't need to. Okay, when you're finished with all of this, you hit flight conditions again, and then you go down to fly. All right, we're going to click ready to fly. Okay, we're in the CJ4. Now, I have set up views on the keyboard here. All the numbers are programmable views. So I'll hit 1. Generally, we'll start with a wide cockpit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the yoke off, and I'm going to click the other yoke off. We don't need those. You'll have to do that every time. I'm sorry. Anyway, back to here. If you want to program a view, hit Alt and the number. If you want to go back to the view, hit the number, and it'll revert your view back to what you wanted. And I've got different views here. Okay. Something else is B toggles the parking brake on and off. All right. Now I'm going to move over here. We've got obviously throttles, speed brakes are fully functional, flap toggles up and down, gear lever works, and then we have over here, we have the trim works here, we got rudder trim here. This button here will toggle you to exterior view, the watch. So exterior, and then it goes back to whatever the view was on the inside. This turns the autopilot off. And this is what Microsoft uses for views. It doesn't really work very well at all. All right, and then this one changes the view a little bit. These two buttons don't really do much for you. We're gonna go back here and we're gonna hit number 1 and go back to our view that we programmed, okay? Now, let me explain a little bit about this. We have the flight guidance panel here on the controls, works pretty good. Heading, nav, approach, reverse course for back course localizer, altitude hold, vertical speed, and indicated airspeed hold is the same as Felch. All right, now to set an altitude selector bug, let's say I want to put 2,000 feet onto the altitude alerter. I got to go and I got to put this detent on altitude, and I go over here and I start turning this, and it will turn my altitude to what I want. All right, so there's 2,000. Now, if I want to, like, say, move the heading bug, I would switch this down to heading, and now this knob will move heading. Okay. Same with vertical speed. You got vertical speed. You got your course knob and your indicated airspeed when you want to use filch. Okay. All right. Something else about this sim is this particular sim, the pitot heat is this button right here. Just kind of always leave that on. Otherwise, you'll get a cast message when you're taking off. But we don't even care if there's a cast message when we're taking off. This is just an instrument sim. We're not trying to duplicate emergencies here. Okay. I'm going to go to view number 5, which I programmed, and we've got the FMSs here. The FMSs are fully functional. They absolutely do everything. They've got a current database for almost every approach in the entire world. So go ahead and program this like you would when you fly, and you can put your you can perf it up, you can put your V speeds in and everything. If you don't know the temperature of the sim, just put in 15 degrees or whatever, just so it has a number it can make some speeds with. We're not looking for accuracy here. We're just looking for, we'll see the CV1 rotate and get into the air. If you stall, then who cares? It's just a simulator. So so set that up. Set your altitude you're going to. Set your modes for departure. So for example, if we're going to do a departure out of Teterboro, we're gonna hit heading, and then we're gonna hit nav. And I don't have it programmed in right now, but just set your modes for departure. You want to set your pitch. The only way to do it in the simulator to set your pitch right here is with your scroll wheel right there. Okay, if you click on it and then pull the mouse, it scrolls the wheel. So you can set your pitch for takeoff, and that's it. So the flight guidance panel is pretty inclusive here. The one button I could not get programmed onto this thing is VNAV. So you're gonna have to actually go and click on the screen to get VNAV on. And I'm sorry about that. I'm really trying hard not to have to click on the screen at all when you're flying, but that's the only button I couldn't program. All right, so so when you're ready to fly, you're gonna make sure the parking brake is off, and you can set the view so that you can see down the runway. Power up, and away we go. So that's how to basically set up the simulator. Again, the objective of this simulator is for the newer pilots who came from Cessnas and things like that to transition to the jet, fly jet speeds, fly departures, fly arrivals, fly approaches, all kinds of approaches, and also you can practice your callouts in there. And then the secondary purpose of this flight simulator is to go into unfamiliar airports, especially the mountain airports. You can fly approaches into Aspen, Telluride, Reno, all those places. And the visuals are quite good. If you want actual visuals, a lot of times you can download a visual pack for like $10 for that actual airport. So please utilize that. Go ahead and download. If you need something specific, go ahead and download it. For example, I flew a bunch of approaches into Madeira, Portugal, which is a very tough airport to get into, and it was really good. So when I got to the actual airport, it looked just like the simulator. The other part is don't change the settings on the simulator if you can help it. We don't need to be flying the other airplanes very much. You don't just bang around and fly a helicopter and things like that. This simulator is mostly for the CJ4. If another airplane comes out that's really good, we use that too. I do believe there's like a Challenger 350. I don't know that there's a Legacy. I haven't seen a G200 either, but these planes are coming out all the time. Microsoft Flight Sims makes money on each plane. So if you see one, let me know, and we can load it onto the simulator, and I can program the flight controls. So it takes a couple hours to program the flight controls for each particular airplane, so it's laborious. Also, Microsoft Teams is on there, so if you're a new pilot and you want some instruction, you can share the screen with your captain that you fly with, and he can give you pointers in real time. He doesn't have to be there. You can also partner up with someone, and one of you can hand fly and one of you can run the modes. You guys can practice your callouts, things like that. Use the simulator as much as you can. Get as much flight time as you can on this thing. This is going to close the gap between, coming from being a CFI to being a jet pilot. This is our hope anyway. So that's about it. Now, if you have any questions about the simulator, how to set it up, if the flight controls get all screwed up, which is probably going to happen, give me a call and I'll help you set the flight controls. I don't get through Teterboro very much because I live in Tampa, but when I do, I'll check things out and make sure it's still operational. Okay, more to come on this. I have a whole list of approaches I want you guys to fly. And I'm going to put in a sign up there. I want to see how much you guys are flying, how useful this is. And yeah, so that's about it. Enjoy the simulator. Bye.